Hi everyone, welcome to Draw with Jan channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to shade the hair using graphite pencils. I have used B, 2B, 6B and 9B pencils for the shading. This is part 4 of my portrait drawing video sequence. Please check out part 1 to 3 where I had covered shading the eye, nose and the lip. Let's get started.
I'm using a B pencil for the first layer of shading. I'm drawing thin lines for the hair. Instead of drawing the full length of the hair, I'm breaking it down into sections, which makes it easier to draw. All my strokes are in the same direction. Follow the reference picture for the direction of the hair. I'm extending the length of the hair, and as I'm doing this, I'm applying even pressure to make sure it looks continuous. While on the edges, make sure you stay within the line. However, please do not worry if you go below the line because you can always erase it later. What really matters is to get the strokes right. I'm now going to repeat the process for the rest of the hair. I'm now using a 2B pencil for the next layer of shading. Again, I'm drawing thin lines of hair, but this time using a darker shade. I'm not shading the entire hair, but leaving some parts out for the highlights. I'm shading the parts near the face darker for the shadows. Make sure those lines are visible as you're shading to make it look like strands of hair. I'm just going to repeat this process for the entire hair. I'm now switching to a 6B pencil for the next layer of shading. I'm going to mark all the dark areas in the drawing. As I'm shading, I'm making sure to follow the direction of the hair and also draw visible lines that are seen as strands of hair. Now using a 9B pencil for the final layer of shading. Again, I'm following the same technique of drawing lines and also following the direction of the hair. Look out for the shadows in the reference picture and shade them really dark. That can easily help you get a realistic output. I'm now using an earbud for blending. Blending gives a smooth finish to your drawing and makes your drawing look realistic. Don't worry about losing those strands of hair that you created before. While blending makes it all smooth, the base layer of shading is still intact and you can easily go over it with thin lines. You will notice that it makes your drawing look more realistic than before. Now go ahead and draw those lines and define as much detailing as you want to. I'm now going to define the highlights using a kneaded rubber. The good part about using a kneaded rubber is that you can mold it into any shape that you'd like to create the highlights. I'm now using a pencil to define the area around the highlights more clearly. From now on, I'm going to use the pencil and the kneaded rubber alternatively to define the highlights and the shadows. Drawing a few strands of hair on the front is going to make it look more realistic. I've slightly changed the lighting of the video because the lines were not clearly showing up earlier. You should be able to see the highlights more clearly now. As you can see, I've drawn really thin highlights, and you can easily do this using a kneaded rubber. All you need to do is make a sharp pointed edge and use it like any other eraser. Use a 9B pencil for the shadows and make it as dark as possible. Just getting the dark parts and the highlights right can make your drawing look very realistic. Now just adding some finishing touches to the drawing. Hope you enjoyed watching my video and hope you learned some useful tips on how to draw and shade the hair. For more videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you and see you again soon.